Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
This is a little bit more lengthy one, but it's a very important one because I think it's going to pay to the higher end people of society. My dad's a Cargill. Is your dad Dayton? Let's go have some sex and breed some fucking retarded children. Sounds great, Thaddeus. How do you think, Chaz? Sorry, Cargill and Dayton, those are like Minnesota fags who exist because the real men died off who built up these empires. Now the fags have. And this is not a slander on the gay people. This is a slander on their faggot grandchildren that exist today. Hello again, Aaron. There's been a lot of discussion on your channel that caters to the median or average person, but I'm more interested in the analysis at the margins just because I think that some insights can be gleaned from there as well. Well, we got higher end class. Seriously, the people we come to asshole consulting are higher end. If you got the intellectual fortitude and honesty, say, well, I'm fucking up. You ain't an average intellectual person. You're on the right side of the Bell distribution curve of the IQ. But anyway, continuing on. In particular, I would like for you to compare the opportunities of big law versus big software engineering for the very specific type of individual who has access to the top 1% of opportunities. I like some of your Clary originals, and I think that your comparative advantage in economics can definitely yield some interesting thoughts for those who might be considering a similar decision tree. All right, so if I understand this correctly, you're a very brilliant person. Not you personally, but, well, you are, but let's just say you're the average brilliant kid. Okay, do I go big law, investment banking, or do I go big software engineering, Microsoft, that type of thing? Let's say you're considering law school at Yale, Harvard, or Stanford, and a transition in one of those big law firms like Wachtell in New York. You can project your probability of success in this endeavor due to board scores, undergraduate school, and performance, etc. So let's take that as a given. Let's say the alternative is the software engineering profession, starting with an entry-level job at one of the big technology companies, Google, Amazon, Facebook, etc., or elite Silicon Valley startups, Uber, Airbnb, etc., and then transitioning into more specialized work as the career progresses. To be specific, I'm not considering big law at all. The second scenario is actually pretty much identical to what I'm looking at, but I'm still very much interested in your analysis of career progression, salary growth, job and work satisfactions, prestige, likelihood of becoming legendary, etc. Why do you want to become legendary? Right there, there's the biggest fucking failure of mankind, is I gotta be known for something. No. The best life is one where nobody knows who the fuck you are. You're the quiet multimillionaire next door. You bang your hot-ass, big-titted wife, and you have a bunch of little fucking rugrats that you love and adore, and you burn them up, right? They don't even know you're a multimillionaire. You make them think you're poor, so it builds them character. And then you go throw them all into that goddamn station wagon, you drag their asses out to Yellowstone National Park, you buy them maybe McDonald's along the way, and then they learn character and love for their father, and then you have a shit ton of people over for Christmas and Thanksgiving when you're in your 60s. That's what life is about. So I don't know why you want to become legendary. That's ego. Why the fuck do you know how much effort it takes to become legendary? You have to be all legendary all the time. I mean, that's got to be tiring. That's got to be very tiring. You want to be low, fly under the radar. Just be the wise old man. You ever meet that old wise man? He's sitting at the bar and he's like, hey, what's it? And then you find out he's like a multimillionaire and he built some thing and he made some stuff. And then like his wife walks in and you're like, holy shit, you're twice my age and your wife is twice my girlfriend's age, but she's hotter than my girlfriend. Jesus fucking Christ. So that's what is that one of the 7 deadly sins? Somebody who's more educated and cultured than me could say hubris, arrogance, egotism, whatever. You don't want to be legendary. Why would you want to be legendary? I mean, unless like you made a ton of money and came with it. But then all of a sudden you're famous, and now everybody, oh, well, I mean, think about it. Here's a group, or not a group, 2 kids I feel bad for. Obama's daughters. What the fuck? How the fuck do you're the Obama daughters. Like, oh my God, you're so related to greatness. You must be great too. You don't want legendary. You want no notoriety at all. So get rid of that bullshit. None of these firms, tech or law, are anything like their median counterparts. For example, the software companies in question have legendary work environments, as I'm sure you know very well. We're talking catered lunches, on-site chefs and perks, and other stuff like that. The big law firms pay an absurd amount. I'm talking about the top ones around $160,000 to start. You mean so I can work in downtown New York or downtown San Francisco, where when we adjust for cost of living, that's like half that, so it's only $80,000, and then with the taxes and then all the asshole and bullshittery and parking, you're really just living an average lifestyle. I mean, like the Bakken oil field workers who, like, for 8 years lived way better than that. Oh, but you had nice restaurants in San Francisco. I forget. That's right. Oh my goodness, that was amazing restaurants in San Francisco. And that's not a slight on the gays. It's just you normal people who are like sucking the metaphorical corporate cock in downtown New York, LA, or San Francisco. Here are my thoughts. Let's say a software compensation starts at $120,000 and tapers off at around $150,000 or $160,000. Big law starts at around that, but you have to go through 3 years of law school and incur heavy student debt. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Additionally, it's unclear to me that the work is satisfying. As I keep hearing conflicting reports about big law firms, maybe some people thrive on that shit though. Nah, only psychopaths. Software engineers write code, most of which results in products that people like to use, but not always. For example, there are many projects at Google that are random as shit and have very little bearing on the company's bottom line. That's just how Google is ran. But with a sharpening skill set in design and building software, I have to think that the job opportunities are much more compelling. The top 3 law school student is probably more prestigious, but does that really matter in the end? There are ramifications for transitioning into politics and whatnot. However, humanities students can also get into big 3 law schools, but it is also true that there are fewer spots at the big law firms than there are top software engineering companies, which might mean that there's a side hustle, so on and so forth. Yeah. However, in software, you have luminaries like John Carmack, never heard of him. Whereas I can't really think of a single lawyer who has had the same cultural and world-changing impact on the world. I guess there's Barack Obama. Yeah, what a fucking winner he is. Do you really want to be a politician? Do you really want to be a politician? You know why most of the politicians are lawyers? Is because, I'm going to explain this to you, okay? Pay attention. Pay it close. The reason the majority of our politicians are lawyers is because they are rich kids who are lazy, spoiled fucks who majored in the liberal arts. And you can't get a job in the liberal arts, so the next logical step is to become a lawyer, in which case your spoiled brat, rich as fucking fuck, parents fuckity fucks, go and pay you to go into politics because you're an arrogant, spoiled fuck because you never really thought about, well, maybe I should become an engineer. Why should I major in an easy little, I just want easy shit. Oh, I got a ton of money, and I'll become George Bush, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, or any one of these other spoiled little fucks who have the time, money, and boredom, who all take that exact same route of liberal arts, law school, politics, career path. So are you rich? Do you have rich parents? Not are you rich. Do you have rich parents? No, you don't. Well, then fucking don't think this politics world is for you. So yes, I would like to know who will come up out on top in the end. The elite software guy or the elite law guy? In terms of societal recognition, it will be the very well-connected and very rich parents law guy. In terms of happiness and success, it will be the engineer guy. Look at Hillary Clinton versus any one of your IT nerds that you don't know their names. Do you think Hillary Clinton is happy? You think that miserable fucking cunt? I mean, there's the poster child for not to become a lawyer or go into politics is Hillary Clinton. Even if she wins, can you imagine her life when she's on her deathbed? What? Who's going to be there? Chelsea? No one's going to be at her deathbed. No one. Not one person wants to willingly hang out with Hillary Clinton. Not one. But you know what? That nerdy IT guy who's a no-name, Python programmer over in Silicon Valley, bet you he's got a lot more buddies that go hang out with him later on at the bar that night. Bet you there's a lot more guys in his kickball league. Bet you the girl that he's dating actually likes him. But, Hillary Clinton. Who the fuck? You want to talk about the most lonely, worthless person in the world? That's Hillary Clinton. I don't care if she makes president of the United States. Shit, at least Bernie Sanders is honest and, has a wife, and, the wife actually seems to like him, and because he's an honest guy. He's wronger than fuck, but he's an honest guy. Miss Law degree, fucking Hillary Clinton. I went to the Ivy League. Oh, you ever hang out with those people? You don't want to have anything to do with them. All right. Just so we're clear, investment bankers still... Oh, wait. Did I skip ahead? I know there's a bias against law school, but since we're considering only the plummest of opportunities, maybe the decision isn't so clear-cut. Admittedly, I'm less informed about the life of the big law track. And just so we're clear, investment bankers still suck dick. Yeah, they've been sucking my dick the entire time because I bailed them out with my taxpayers. All right, here we go. I just took some notes. All right. Let's compare and contrast the two tracks you're thinking about going, or any young individual who has the high IQ and the high capacity to go into these fields. Big law versus big software, or IT. All right, look, with law, there's no chance of going into entrepreneurship. You have to work for the big law firms, and you can go ahead and strike out on your own, but you're not going to counteract or amass the resources or capital to give a good go and counteract Wetherall or whatever that New York law firm was. In software, it's more meritocratic. It's more based on the demands of the market, and you can just start up your own company. Look at Brendan Eich. He's like, you're going to fire me from Mozilla? Fuck you. I'm going to go start Brave. Bill Gates. Hey, IBM, do you want this operating system? No, you don't. Yes, I'll go start my own damn thing. So, big law is just a bureaucratic, cock-sucking, ass-kissing, soul-sucking, and I've ran into these people. I don't care how much money they make. They're miserable fucks, and it's great because they're assholes. They're genuine evil assholes. And they're amoral. They have no standards. Even for my low standards, they have no standards. But the good thing is that most of these rich, I've ran into, I've met many. I've met good lawyers and happy lawyers, and they're doing their thing, and they're not in big law. And then I've met one gal in particular who, is she on the track to become a junior partner? And she made it. And you know what? I used to want to stick my dick in her face. And now, no, after, she's not even that old. I think she's my age. And she just looks worn and ragged. But at no point in time did I want to hang out with this woman. And the reason why I stick my dick in her face is because she couldn't talk. I didn't want to fuck her in the vag because then she could still talk. And she never said anything fun or enjoyable or insightful. It was always about work and her. You do not want to go into this bureaucratic hellhole known as law or politics, okay? You'll have a happier life going into engineering. Related, big law, yeah, you got to ass, kiss, and brown nose. Software, it's like, no, here are my motherfucking skills. And if you don't like me, there's another company that will hire me because they directly speak to the demands of the market. This also relates to another aspect, and that is the destructive or constructive nature of the two industries. Law is primarily destructive. It's let's sue, let's destroy, let's bankrupt, let's kill somebody. Gawker versus Hulk Hogan, that type of thing. Software is let's make something good for society and make society better. So there's none of this I have to hurt and kill and steal and lie and be deceitful to whatever limits the legal code will allow me to do. Software is like, hey, let's make people laugh. Look, kittens on the internet. Who thought that'd make $1 million? Or $1 billion. Debt load. Big law. No. I mean, law school is like medical school without the employment prospects. That's what it is. And software, you don't even have to have a debt load. You can just go teach yourself programming and get hired. You don't need a degree in programming. You can just go get hired. And so that is definitely a much better aspect of that path. And then finally, how are you rewarded? Big law, it's nepotism, cronyism, cocksucking, ass-sucking. I mean, literal fucking. I am absolutely sure some of these hot little lawyer girls got ahead by fucking guys who were higher up. And software engineering, it's still largely meritocratic. And, okay, big law might get you prestige or more money. Dude, it ain't worth it. This is why you need to become a minimalist. This is why you need to read Bachelor Pad Economics. This is why you need to learn that humans are more important than anything else in life, and you don't need the fucking money. Now, it's nice to be a high-end lawyer. It's nice to be a high-end software engineer. But that's just extra icing on the cake. If you control your spending, control your ego, and you don't need to be legendary, that's really concerning right there. And you just want to be happy, then free time to spend with your family, friends, and loved ones is the most important thing. When you realize that, you can get by in 40 grand. And then when Big Law fucking, not Dan Rauscher, what's the fucking, Faegre and Benson, that's the big one over here in Minneapolis, offers you a job, and then Google offers you a job, and they're also asking you both to work 80 hours a week. Yeah, fuck you, I'm an independent programmer for C#, and I'm going to go fuck my wife at 1 p.m. because I can. And she's going to walk around here in lingerie because the kids are off at daycare because we can afford that. And we really only send them off to daycare so we can have, like, the fuck hour every day. And I make enough money, I buy her a new lingerie outfit every week. It's very interesting. And every one of these cocksuckers that make 3 times the amount of you do over in San Francisco or New York or L.A. or Chicago or whatever, and with purchasing power only make the exact same amount you do, but you get to have your afternoon blowjob, and then your kids come home and you get to play with them. You are winning and blowing them all out of the fucking water. So, yeah, dude, absolutely software engineering is the way to go, but don't think it's all about the money. Get rid of this fucking concept that you got to make 6 figures, okay? That's what's going to ruin you, and that's what has ruined pretty much every American's life, I think. Is I got to make 6 figures. I got to be rich. I gotta have a hot chick and a hot car. I gotta need a tall husband. That has ruined everyone, pretty much. So, yeah, no, fuck law. Let them be miserable, man. Hey, oh, wow, look, you made a couple $1 million. Good for you. And then your wife leaves you and sues you for half of that shit. But you still got 50 million more, but your kids won't even talk to you and you're Hillary Clinton. I mean, really, what do you want to be? Hillary Clinton or me? I'm just saying. Which would you rather be? Best of luck to you. Toodles.